Hello and welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Just putting my jacket on for the start of the day's work. A brief catch up. We've got an auction purchase that has been stripped out now and is waiting to have all its nice parts put back in. But also from the DLC that truck came from, I believe anyway, is this Bolthorn Grand Mojave. So let's have a look at that. Right then, so there we go. Oh look, it's in the best of colours. I mean, it's not light and shiny enough, but it is purple, and what can you say? Purple is the colour. So there we go, it's definitely the drug dealer's car of choice. It just doesn't have the tinted windows, and it's not in black, but you know, otherwise. So, lack of engine power, filters need replacing, new timing parts. Well, they're all listed. Wow, brake's not a problem. So lack of engine power. That'd be nice to know up front. Air filter, that's fairly obvious. So why don't we do some tests, see if anything else becomes obvious by pressing all the wrong buttons. There we go, let's do an OBDB test. There we go, and that tells us a couple more things that are broken. There we go. I'm not sure I need to do anything. Well, okay, let's do the blowing test. That'll tell us about the pistons and stuff. Consistent 13 psi in the engine there. Yeah, nothing wrong with the pistons and conrods. Okay. So we know a lot of what we need to do. Oh, excuse me, very burpy apparently. Oh. Right. Let's get in there. Get in there. Oh, we need to take this off as well. Just remember to take the air filter out. Right, and back to the timing gears. So, take out the stretchy bits. Belt tension needs replacing. Squeeze your hand down there, get these bits out. Now, let's just make sure there's more timing parts before we go deeper. No, there aren't. Okay, there is a lack of engine power. Oh, there's a part not discovered. I wonder what that is. There's a spark plug or something. Oof. Right, so we have to we'll have to find those. So that's that one. Don't know if we need to go any deeper, of course. Both of these. Fuel filter. ABS problem by the looks of it. Whoop whoop whoop. And they're both dead. Starter motor, gearbox problems. Now is the gearbox listed as an issue? No. So the lack of engine power might be to do with the gearbox being broken. So it looks like we need to get into the gearbox, so let's look at that. Let's get it onto a lifter. Because you've got, was it brake problems as well? Looks like there's some brake problems. Brake problems. Okay, well, we are made to do the brake problems. 10 a penny. But we need to get that off. So we need the car in the air, proper in the air, like. Just continue getting these brake bits off whilst I started doing that. Whee! Alright. There we go. And the pad, and the disc. Whoop me. Alright, so there we go. Brakes all done. So then we need to remove the gearbox and hope that that's the part also causing a lack of power in the engine. So to do this, we need to detach the drive shafts. Let's move further down the car. I can't. There we go. Drive shaft. It can be a bit fiddly to select, there we go, and then stretch your arm out and get those off, and then it's a transfer case and 4 bolts, and then the gearbox is revealed. There we go. Starter motor has to come off, and the gearbox itself can be removed. And that, I'm hoping, and there's more stuff in here that is broken. I didn't notice clutch was a problem, maybe it was. I mean, obviously it is, but I mean, I didn't notice there's a list on there. There's an item on the list. Okay, so lack of engine power wasn't to do that. Oh look, it's down the bottom. For some reason I don't see the one at the bottom, like I assume it's painting the car or bodywork problems and just ignore it. So we found all of this apart from one engine power issue. Oh god. I mean, it looks a bit like it could be this intake valve, to be fair. Let's get it back down and have it get the engine bay. Bolthorn. It's Bolthorn. Whatevs. Why can't I? Oh yeah, I have to remove the throttle first. No big V8 throttle. And then we can take off the intake manifold, and hopefully at 69%. Oh no, that's fine. Grumble mutter. So what would be causing the problem? Is it something deeper in? Let's get that off. Oh, we can't. The spark plugs seem okay. I'm pretty sure they'd have come up on one of the tests we did if they were a problem. Yeah, I mean, we know the condition of them. Look, 73, 67, 66. So what? Maybe it's camshaft or something. I don't know. Maybe I do have to go deeper in after all. Condition unknown. Can we test these? We can. Oh, there's a timing belt. Look, that's red. Or is that just red because I can't remove it? No, no, it's a conditional issue. So that's one of the timing parts that I was aware of, but I've not dug deep enough to find, so it's worth digging still. Okay, well, that makes me feel less annoyed about having to take off these engine head covers. I have to take these off to get to the timing belt area. So there we go, let's take off all these gubbins off the front as well. I was hoping I had avoided, but never mind. There we go. So now we should be able to now we should be able to remove the timing cover. That reveals the timing belt, which was knackered, and both timing belts by the looks of it. Yeah. Not really sure what else would be causing the issue. I mean, I guess I just keep digging in, but oh, what about these? I'm sure it might have worked these out when I was looking at the time. Actually, it would already know their condition if it had looked at them already. They all seem okay. What's my cut off? 64%. Alternator. Oh, we've got the fuel filter, the oil filter to take off. Where'd that oil filter go? It's hard to see because it's so black. And the fuel pump, maybe? Is that the issue down here? Fuel pump 19%. There we go. Fuel pump is what it was. So that's everything discovered. Now it's time to purchase parts. fuel filter, fuel pump. Fuel filter. Fuel filter. Fuel pump. Fuel LDI times 2. 3 ignition coils. Aye. We've got the air filter and the fuel filter. Yeah, so we need an oil filter V8. Oil filter V8. Belt tensioner, timer belt V8. Belt tensioner. Timing belt V8 times 2. A water pump V8 and a water pump pulley. Brake problems. We put the ABS module on, I think. ABS pump. Three calipers, 2 discs of each. Calipers, 2 discs of each, and 3 brake pads. Gearbox, clutch plate, clutch pressure plate. Release bearing, flywheel, so the whole lot. And then a gearbox FV8, yeah, gearbox V8. Alright, so then, let's put all that back together. La 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 la. Fuel tank. There we go. Fuel pump, which I have about 15 apparently. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Right. One gearbox. Reassembled. Yes. Cool. Alright. So this job looked like it might be a little tricky just because of an item, a single item that we couldn't find, but that reared its head fairly quickly, so yay. Yay. Now we're just putting all the parts back on, nice and straightforward. Don't forget the front drive shaft. And see if we can find there. Oh. There we go. Fancy new drive shaft. This is probably from the caster that we had that we fixed all the parts for. Still, it'll impress the customer if we give them a nice fancy new drive shaft, because they'll notice. Like I'd notice if someone put a new drive shaft in my car. The guy comes to you a few weeks later and says, "Do you like the new gearbox? The drive shaft?" I'll be like, "What are you talking about? There's a new something something." Speak your double Dutch at me. Strange car talking dude. Anyway, good. So let's put the brake stuff back on. Let's click all the right buttons in the wrong order. Yeah, just as wrong. Even if you press them right, the correct button in the wrong order, it's still the wrong button. So, yeah. Okay, that's those. Missed. There you go. Nice brand new bits for your brakes. Make your nice big drug car stop nice and swiftly, so that you can be stopped. You know, stop me and buy one written on the side, like the old ice cream vans, but for something slightly more narcotic. Stop me and smoke one. Or snort one, or inject one, I guess, whatever your weird drug fancies are. What else do we need to put in here? Oh, we need to bring it back down. And put our heads in the engine bay for this Bolthorn. What are we doing here? Various bits and pieces. Fiddly little bolt, get in there. Go on, just tap it in. There we go, crikey. Nice fresh intake manifold, nice fresh throttle. Nice and new. Oh, come on. Stop being sensitive, you goddamn bolts. There we go. Right, so what goes on here? Oh, the timing stuff goes on first. So timing belt, timing cover. There we go. And then we can put the engine head covers on, or whatever they're called. Engine head covers, that's exactly what they're called. Wow. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. The ultimate accolade for an actor. Alright, ignition coils are plenty. Cover thing. That's it. Same on this side. Whoosh. Alright, and ignition coils on this side. There we go, that's all that. Now there's all these gubbins on the front to put on. Muchus gubbinsus. Of course, half this stuff I'm putting back on is new because I've fixed it for the earthquake, for the other vehicle, the Rex or whatever it is. My auction purchase. But doesn't matter. All good. And some belts. Belt tensioner. Second belt. Oh no, not yet. Hang on. Then a belt, and then a line all over there. Okay, air filter, cover on. And 4 clips. Right, so what haven't we done? Lack of engine power, fuel rails, of course, I always forget those. So you forget that these just pop on the side here. Okay, that, I believe, is the whole job done. 10 grand, or almost 12 grand's worth of job. Send it on its way. Glorious. Glory us. Cool, well we haven't really done much to this yet, have we? Let's see if we've got any of the parts required. Yeah, there we go, engine block V8. No battery. Crankshaft even? No. I have to go underneath for that. Helpful to bet. Oh yeah, we've got some of these bits. Brake servo. One of those. Haven't got one of those. Bits to put on underneath. No. One of them. Yeah, you got some of these parts, look. Just go around randomly clicking on stuff, see what we've got. It's certainly a technique. There we go. Need some rubber bushings. Steering rack. No, not one of them. No, not one of them. Of these though. Let's get those on. Try around this side. So a knuckle. Wheel hub, yeah. One of them. One of them. One of them. One of those. Okay, none of those. Any of these? No. None of those? No. Okay. Oh, fair enough. We have some of those parts anyway. What about bits at the back? Oh yeah, got one of those. Bits of this stuff. Yeah. Gets it out of the inventory. Leaf spring. Exhaust pipe. Nope. What else might I have of these? All these little leaf springy part here. Yeah. U-bolt. Yeah. Awesome. Now what about the brake disc? No, what about the axle? Did that already. Okay, let's go to the other side. Leaf spring. Yes. Awesome. Alright. Oh yeah, and the... Oh, I thought I had another axle. Maybe I just don't need it. Or maybe I need this other knuckle housing before I can put it on. Okay. So, let's get rid of some of the parts that have interest. Condition wise, there's some brake calipers, fuel pump, some bits and pieces. Not a huge amount to be fair, so it wouldn't be too much of a problem if I bought the parts. I think I might just sell the inventory, to be honest. Oh, some parts of that are still useful. Buff, 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 buff. For instance, let's put in the radiator. I noticed that. And fan. Power steering pump, awesome. Okay, I'll have a bit of that. Alternator. Front drive axle, no. Okay, there we go. That's not bad. That's a start anyway. It's got some bits on it. Alright, good. Thanks for watching that. What do we got here? Don't want this. I'll keep the easy brake job just for filler. And the phone comes 5 seconds later, brake problem. So that's not ideal, but it's fast. Fast for filler. Alright, thanks for watching. Next time come back and I think I'll just work on getting the caster sorted out. I've got enough money to pay for all the parts. So come back next time for that fun. That's right, fun. I told you it was fun. Come back and see fun. I dare you.